Hello and welcome to ICG Podcast episode 33. I'm Abdul and this is Yesvanth.
Hey all. Sorry for the small issue.
Yep,
We are back and better than any all the time. So hoping that we don't have any technical issues going forward. We're a
yes,
bit
we.
under the weather. You might have noticed it already. And
Windows is a
but
blessing
here,
in times like this. Windows is a real blessing in times like this.
oh my God, Windows always does the updating when it's important when you have a demo or when we have some presentation when we have some live thing going on. Windows is like, yep, it's my time to do my thing.
And the most annoying thing was that it didn't even show me it had any updates pending. I just click restart and it's like updates are
Yeah,
under. I'm like, oh god.
that's what Windows does. It forces you into an update. Yeah,
Sometimes you,
comply.
sometimes you don't even know what the update is doing. But okay, we just have to roll
Yeah,
with it. We have no other go. Yes, kindly fund us for a MacBook.
let's set up a GoFundMe page.
Yeah, but then again, I'm not a fan of Mac, so no, I'll stick with Windows despite all its issues. Anyways, let's not waste any more time. I'll just quickly go through the PlayStation Plus games catalog for this month, and they will all be available to download and play on January 16th. So the games are oh sorry, tiny,
Tiny.
yeah, teeny
You
tiny,
got your
sorry,
tongue twisted. Oh my God,
yeah.
that was hilarious roller coaster.
I mean, yeah, every time I say
Let's
this, I
go.
always remember teeny tiny, so I'm like,
Teeny
okay,
China.
it's Tiny Tina's Wonderland Next Level Edition. Then we have Resident Evil 2, Hard Space, Shipbreaker, Lego City Undercover, Just Cause 3, Sessions, Skate Sim, Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun, Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song, and Surviving the Aftermath. All in all, for me, this is not a very exciting month. It's just another meh.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Twitter agrees with you, and everybody was like, "No, this is not a month for me, and it's not worth my money. Either I'm not going to resubscribe, or I'm just going with bare minimum kind of essential, just for the online play features." So I would say you're not missing much if you don't know any of this. Not an issue. Yeah,
yes. X agrees with me. That's a statement that no one can ever say, actually. But yeah, what a time to be alive.
all the time.
So, yeah. And yeah, I mean, what can we do? I really feel like PlayStation should do a solid service and provide a cheap plan where we only get cloud backups and a multiplayer. That'll be enough. You know,
Yeah.
that'll be more than enough for plenty of people. If they want, they can then get essential or extra or whatever they want. But just
I think they can make it the essential as essential plus, maybe, and then keep the essential for just cloud saves and then online play. That works as well, I suppose, because I don't know how minimum they can go with naming. They just made essential as essential.
yeah, they can just remove essential. They just put PlayStation Plus. Done.
PlayStation Plus
And it's
and then
done.
essential and then okay, makes
No,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, and if they price it like 1,000 per year, then I'm sure they'll have a huge number of followers or subscribers, whatever.
that makes sense.
Speaking
Yeah.
of subscribers, blah blah blah, PlayStation has surpassed 123 billion monthly active users. Of course, if they're paying for PS Plus, obviously they'll have to be active for at least
Active.
the amount they're paying. So yeah, and
Yeah, I was active in December as well. Surprising surprise. Yeah, it's a surprise for me as well. I was active in December and I got my PlayStation wrap, man. I finally got my PlayStation wrap. I crossed that 10-hour limit and not surprised. I have Returnal on top 9 hours and then Humanity 6 hours or something and then Dark Souls 3 for sure. Yes. And what else? Strangely, I have Stray on my wrap. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get much of a gaming time this year. And last year. So this year it's going to be different. And I said, okay, monthly I need to set some kind of target to just enjoy.
so now you all know why he was active in December, to get 18 hours of game time to just get a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we have our first comment for the night. Hello there, Aditya. How are you doing? Thank you for joining the podcast.
Hey Aditya, thank you, man.
And he says premium only have time trials and man, this
Mhm.
annoying icon. I can't read what's written there.
And classic catalog over extra, or am I mistaken?
I mean, premium. We don't even have premium. We have deluxe in India,
We have deluxe in India. Yep.
and yeah, it has time trials and the classic catalog, and it's above extra. Yes, it is. But then again, it's too expensive and not necessarily worth the price for people who know what good games were back in the early days. It's definitely
Yep.
not worth the price for all I can say. Because many of the games that I expected to come on the service never even popped up. So, nah. Save your money, go with extra if you definitely want to, otherwise, nah. And we have the next comment from Hungry Wolf. Hey man, and the second comment too is also available. Thank you for joining us. Aditya says, my bad, deluxe. Yes, deluxe. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Sony has showed some footage of the Gravity Rush movie at the Consumer Electronics Show press conference. So after Gran Turismo, this is our next PlayStation movie. Interesting.
Yep. Yep. I'm very interested to know how they are going to make the movement so fluid, right? In the game, I saw some gameplays, I saw trailers. It was so windy, wavy. It was so easy kind of movements. I don't know how easy they are going to make that seem with all the restrictions, of course, and the budget makes sense. But yeah, I think I'm really interested to see how they transform the world into live action. I hope they don't screw it up like the Uncharted movie. It was very cartoonish. It felt very, very out of place, I would say. Uh, but yeah, Gravity Rush has a lot of potential. Definitely, it has a unique way of storytelling. So yeah, if it's either they go everything in or they don't and they mess it up, I really hope they do the landing. No pun intended. Gravity
Yeah,
Rush.
yeah. And we have a new viewer. Hello there, Bapa Banerjee. Okay,
Hey,
maybe I
hey,
read it.
Bappa, thank you for joining, man.
I just suggest few PS5 games for new user. Play if you have extra. I suggest highly recommend the original God of War,
Yep,
and you can also play Horizon Zero Dawn and what else? Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. You can also play Spider-Man Miles Morales.
yep.
And yeah, if you are into roguelites and shooters, then try Returnal. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all you need for now.
You're
Uh,
scaring the kid, man. He's a new user. You're suggesting Returnal straight out of the bag.
that's why I said
Not that easy.
that's why I said that's the last game. And I also mentioned if you like roguelites and
If you
shooters.
like roguelikes. Yep, yep.
Yes, I have to be careful with my
Uh,
wording. Yeah.
I think because you might assuming that you have these PS Plus extra subscription, I would suggest play one game per genre to see what you like, I suppose. I'm definitely sure everybody likes the storytelling games. That's universal, and then some likes the FPS shooters, some doesn't. So yeah, just play one game per genre, and then if you keep something like you're hooked into some form of genre, you can test with this, and then play a few more games in that genre, and then mix and match. But yeah, for me, what stuck was the storytelling and puzzle games for sure, no doubt, and the Souls games, of course. Dark Souls 3, huge, huge Dark Souls 3. That's how Dark Souls 3 name for the podcast,
So
mention of the podcast. And yeah, these are the games. And join our Discord, man. We have a Discord server, and our admins are 100% glad to help you out with anything. So they are
yes,
pretty helpful.
yes. Only thing we can't help you out with is making you an admin. So yeah. And
Who
by the
knows? If you're an active person and head keeps helping people, why not?
don't set the bar so low, man. But yeah, anyways, jokes aside, Aditya has given us a very nice suggestion. Detroit Become Human. That's definitely a wonderful
Yes,
game. If you
yes.
like to
Yep,
have a multiple choice interactive story decision making game, then definitely give that a go. You don't
yep.
have to play too much into it. You just basically pressing buttons at times, selecting the options you want, and depending on your choices, the story goes forward. So yeah, you'll enjoy that. I
Yep.
enjoyed it. Funnily enough, when I first played it, my PS5 crashed. I could not progress the game, so I dropped it. And then a few months later, first PS5 software update came out, and I thought of playing it then. But unfortunately, my PS5 got bricked, so I couldn't play it. So after I got my replacement PS5, I played the game and completed it, and I was very happy. Quite a journey I have with that game, but yeah, it's definitely worth looking out for. Thanks for the suggestion, Aditya.
Yep.
Anyways, as per Gravity Rush, for those of you who haven't played it, it's quite a uh, it's like out of the box because
Exhilarating. Yep.
you don't have normal traversal. You use gravitational powers to switch between where you want your gravity to go to. That makes you move here and there. And trying to get a disc of Gravity Rush nowadays is very, 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 very rare.
Rare. Yep.
So yeah, if you get a game, then kudos to you. I mean, I still remember when a user from our server asked me for, there's a CEX that's not far from my house. I mean, there are two branches of CEX not far from my house, and he wanted to see if Gravity Rush was there, and it was there. So I ordered it, and I shipped it to him. And yeah, after almost 2 years, now he sold the disc again on the server. Uh, yeah. Anyways,
Doing the God's work, man. Keeping the gamers active.
maybe yeah, that's good to know. Anyways, Adhyas is not a big Souls fan, not a big fan Souls game, not a big fan Souls game. Okay, but we'll try Black Myth
Yep.
Wukong. Yeah, definitely. Lots of people are interested in that, so give it a go.
Yep.
And
I think I would say the suggestion I'll give to Aditya is don't try to get into Souls game without any guide. That might make you what to say very scared of the genre, not enjoying what it is supposed to be. Initially, yeah, it's 100%. I encourage you to go through the guide to know what's going to happen. I would say once you reach a boss, right, and you figure out, understand, no matter how many documents or guides you go through, going defeating a boss, it's your own skill, it's your own tactics and everything. So once you complete your first boss, that's when you'll try to like the game. Like, okay, this is something I might be interested into. I didn't like the game initially till I got through the first boss. So yeah, go through the guides. Doesn't matter. Get through for the first boss, and maybe you'll like it.
right. And Pepper Onion Soup is back. Hey man, long time no see. How are you doing?
Oh man, right time to bringing the memories back. I'm a bit under the weather, and pepper onion soup is perfectly the right soup, I suppose, for now.
Yes. Also, I noticed
Thank you
that
for
you.
joining, man.
Yeah, I think you also left our Discord server. I don't know why, but okay, that's your choice. But anyways, yeah. And my suggestion is, if you want to get into Souls game, I suggest you get into Elden Ring first because that's a game. It's open world, so if you're stuck on a boss, you can always
Yep,
leave that area, grind somewhere else, do something else, and then come back and try and fight the boss. So I
yep.
think that's the easiest entry point. But no matter what you do, never try Sekiro as your first Souls game. Fair warning.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Sony and Honda have collaborated to make a car. It's called the Afeela car, Honda Afeela, and it
Yep.
is showcased. It was a tech demo for the car, and they showcased it being controlled with a DualSense controller. So,
Yeah, and disclaimer, we need to mention that it's only for the showcase purpose. You
yes,
cannot drive your actual, I think it's electric car, if
it's
I'm
an
not
electric
wrong,
car.
right?
Yes,
It's electric car, safe to say that, yes. So you cannot drive your electric car on the roads like GT7, Gran Turismo movies or anything with your dual sense. The drift, we have to be very careful with that. So I
right.
think it's just for showcase purpose. But yeah, that was pretty cool, man. And the front bumper, I suppose, right? The front, what I don't know what it's called. It had some LED screen and it was showing all the cool stuff from the Horizon and the custom logos you can have. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I liked it. And then you can play PlayStation games through remote play in your car. I think it's an entertainment first and a vehicle second, a kind of product that Sonia Honda is going for. But yeah, I think every car these days is software on wheels. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty interesting for me actually.
pepper onion soup passed the die. I mean, I sort of saw a member written as pepper onion soup left the server. I thought it was you. My bad, I guess. But yeah, anyways, Aditya says, I have Elden Ring, but Souls game require a hell lot of patience and that I'm missing. After office hours, it's difficult to be patient. Ah, yes, that's understandable. This is why you should hit up Bilal and he
Yeah,
will help
yeah,
you there. Yeah, my suggestion is just find people who will co-op with you in Elden Ring. It'll make the experience way better, a
yeah,
little less
yeah,
frustrating. Yeah,
yeah.
and if always you can, just summon random people to play with you. So yeah, right. So then, Aishwarya is here. Thank you for joining the podcast, man.
Hey, Aishwarya, thank you for joining, man.
Apologies, half an hour late, no issues. As long as you made your presence here, it's good. And then Bapa Banerjee asked fave games. We are asked this almost like, I don't know, we've
Yeah.
been asked like three, four
Uh,
times already.
every new person who joins our podcast live, this is our their go-to question, and yes, my go-to answer will be The Last of Us because that was the thing, my first experience, and I cannot keep explaining, but yeah, Last of Us is my favorite game. And I don't think Abdul has one single game. It's impossible from the games he has played. He's known as the collector as well, so we cannot name favorite game. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not known as the collector, I just collect games, but there is an actual person on our server called the collector. He's
Yeah.
there, so I cannot take his name. But yeah, my favorite in the current generation is Gran Turismo 7, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and what else? And a couple of JRPGs. So yeah. But anyways, Pepper Onion Soup says, just for your information, the Discord link in the YouTube description is expired. Oh my god. Yeah,
Oh,
I blame
okay.
I blame Yeshwanth for that because
Yep.
he one day just randomly decided to delete all the links except the one that he has, and I had to go
I
and
didn't delete any link. I didn't delete any link. I never touch any Discord links.
the one that's working is only on your Twitter. I had to check my link was also not working. That I had to go and change it. But
I
yeah,
don't know. Maybe something happened. Yeah.
thank you for notifying me about that. I had my suspicions, but yeah, I will update it as soon as possible for all of the videos. No issues. And Pepper and Insoup, yes, well, then I guess that's me. I've not seen anyone else in my name. I mean, yeah, that's why I was guessing it.
Yeah.
But yes,
You missed a comment. Aishwarya asks, when is Yashwan joining us on the Fall Guy shenanigans?
yeah,
Uh,
for those of you who want some context, today from around 3:30 till 6:15,
oh, wow.
me and seven, eight other people on our server were playing Fall Guys. So yeah,
Is it what did it come as a free game or
it's
did
been
it completely become a free game?
it's been free since June of 2022.
Right. I remember. Yes, yes. We
Uh,
did point out that Fall Guys is free now. Yes, yes.
Best
Yeah.
point is it doesn't even need PS Plus to play online.
Oh, seriously? No, PS Plus is not required for online game?
Not for Fall Guys. It's not required. No.
Oh man, that's so awesome. Yeah, I think it's party time for people who wants to have some fun. Let's. I can't commit anything. I'm a bit
Exactly.
under the weather for now. Yeah, I
Uh,
wanted to. Yeah, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I'll
regardless,
let Abdul know.
yeah,
Yeah,
regardless, I doubt you'll be able to commit because we will still not get committed to Dark Souls 3. But yeah,
that's three. Yep.
but yeah. Anyways, Aditya says in the next few months, I guess we will be having the Last of Us remake in the catalog. Thoughts? No, we won't have it in the catalog. Don't worry about that. We're
Yep.
not going to immediately put that game because the
I
Last of
think
Us.
it's safe to say The Last of Us Part 1 remake might enter the catalog or extra or essential, whatever we might call it. I think it's going to be close to when we see season 2 release of the HBO show. Because it will get the interest, I suppose. It will keep everything in the minds and in the conversations of the people. That's what happened when the first season one released. The sales of part two increased dramatically in the UK thanks to the season one release, and I think it's safe to say that they might add this part one remake to the PS Plus. I think yeah, but this it just started filming, so they are still announcing the crew as we are going right now. So the shooting started, so it's safe to say it's one more year down the line. So yeah, we can expect after a year for sure.
Yeah, before I say my thoughts, Pepperon and Chup has a random question for us. Tekken or Street Fighter? What would you choose, Yashwant?
I am very well known with Street Fighter. The name is before Tekken, I knew Street Fighter, so just by the name recognition, I suppose I'll go with Street Fighter.
For me,
What
I
about
would
you?
I would have to choose Tekken.
Ah,
Okay,
okay.
because that's actually the first fighting game I've completed the campaign on the
Yeah.
PS3. So yeah, Tekken. I think it was
I
Tekken
think
6. Yeah,
Okay, the first actually, if you come to that, the first game, the fighting game which I remember is Injustice. It was on smartphones, so everybody was like, "Oh my God, this has super graphics!" And it was 1 GB or 2 GB at the time, which was very, very big, 7, 8 years ago. So Injustice, Gods Among Us, or something that was something game name in the
Justice Gods
smartphone at
Amongst
the
Us.
time.
Justice Gods
Yeah,
Among
yeah.
Us.
That was my first introduction. I mean, not from Mario kind of level, because we had some fighting games at that time, but nothing, not that. But recently coming to this was my first name. But yeah, that would be good.
But then again, I like to retract my statement. The first ever fighting game I played was Mortal Kombat. So it's not Tekken or Street Fighter. I'll go with Mortal Kombat. Out of syllabus. Yes. Yeah. So Aditya says Tekken childhood love. Would choose Tekken any day. That's great to know, man. And I want to come back to the point of Last of Us. I don't. If people want to keep in with the season and they want to get to know like the story through the game and stuff like that, I don't think Sony will put it on a subscription for them to play it. They might want to make money, so they might start selling it again there. And besides, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered is also coming out in this month. So yeah,
Yeah,
they definitely want, if the season 2 comes out, they'll definitely have sales number on that. As you saw in season 1, everyone immediately started buying the remake. So when season 2 comes out, people who wanted to watch the second season will play the second part. Or they might go
yeah,
for the
and
first part.
then so that they might make the first part free, so that they will buy the second one, kind of thing, I suppose.
It could be either way. Depends on Sony
Yeah.
if they want money or whatnot. It's up to them. But yeah, coming back to the Afeela car, it's
Ah no,
always
Aditya Dev says Fear by Carleta May Last of Us remake one. Yeah, man, people. I think Naughty Dog from in the past few years they kept just making remakes, remasters, and sticking to that. But their Last of Us multiplayer, it's on ice. Or people still say one or two people are still working on that. Poor guy. I'm so sorry for that guy. Just one or two people just come and day to day sign into the work and then, oh man, I have to work on Last of Us multiplayer. But yeah, I hope Naughty Dog comes up with something new very soon.
yes. Now coming back to the Afeela car, just as another thing is that apparently because it's collaborate, Sony and Honda are collaborating. That game
Yeah.
will be available in Gran Turismo 7 later this year. So yay, I get to drive. So I get to actually drive it with the DualSense controller. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That is true. Yeah.
But then again, in real life, we all know what happens when you try to control a vehicle with a controller. Dark joke. Apologies, dark joke. But yes, moving on. Best Buy Canada listed a PlayStation 5 version 2 DualSense controller for $89.99. It is promptly deleted because I guess they might have rushed it and posted it. So yeah, the post was deleted, and apparently it comes included with a charging station, and it will apparently have 12 hours of battery life. So yeah, this is a rumor and could become real because it was
No, I
on.
think it's real. V2 is real. We are going to see this replace the V1 version, I suppose, going forward. It makes sense. Maybe the battery, yes, I think battery is pretty low, man, because of the haptics and the crazy things that we have on DualSense. The battery is pretty low. Previously, I didn't notice because I was playing it on my monitor so close, always plugged in. But when I changed it to my TV because my sister came from hostel and she wanted to play something, and then the sofa is too far from the TV, so it's just not possible. So when we started to play, I started to realize, oh my god, the battery is too bad in this, and promising a 12-hour battery life on what settings I don't know, but that's a big promise. But let's see. I think battery is increase a pretty good welcome, of course, and I thought they might when I saw V2 version and I wanted to find the details of what the V2 means, and it was just battery change, and maybe they are going to supply the charger along with it. But other than that, I thought I might see something related to addressing the issue of drift. But no, I don't think they addressed it because they want to keep making money and they want to keep selling these DualSense Edge controller. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not. I don't know what same components they are using, but they didn't mention anything, so not sure.
Yeah. Right then. So Pepper and Insu asks if I want a new controller, it's best to wait for a couple of months. Completely depends on you. If you are in a rush to buy a controller, you can buy it now because there are sales happening every now and then. So you
Yeah,
can get the old DualSense, or if you're not in a rush, you can wait, see the price of how much the new DualSense might cost here, and depending on that, you might get the old DualSense for cheaper. So
yeah.
yeah, it's completely up to your use case. If you're in a rush, you can buy it now, or just wait a couple of months. Hungry Wolf says 12 hours of battery life for ages. Eden Chronicle 100 Heroes Marathon Session. Um,
Internal joke.
it's not an internal joke. It's because I'm playing the prequel to that called Eden Chronicle Rising on Xbox. Yesterday I
Okay.
played it for 5 hours straight. So
Oh
yeah,
wow. Okay.
even I only noticed the time when I closed it. So yeah, I played for 5 hours, man. I mean, when I first booted the game and showed my total play time, it's around some 5 hours, 5 minutes something. By the time I finished the game and saved it, it showed the time as 10 hours 20 minutes. So yeah, but since it's on Game Pass only, I was playing it. So I think I'll play 100 Heroes also on Game Pass. So I think I might need. That's why I have two controllers, Xbox controllers, not one, because of situations like this. But yeah, anyways, moving on. News regarding The Last of Us Season 2.
Yeah.
And Caitlin Dever has been casted as Abby in Last of Us Season 2. Um,
I think I was pretty surprised initially when the rumors came out, right, that Last of Us is going to be a series in HBO, and everybody thought that Caitlin Dever, who is now cast as Abby, was initially rumored to play Ellie. So
um,
I don't know. It's quite. Uh, I don't know what to call it, but yeah, we were pretty concerned, man, when they crashed Bella Ramsey. We thought, okay, if Bella Ramsey is Ellie, who is going to be Abby? She is this strong force to be reckoned with person. Um, it might it might look like she's just a small kid, and they bring somebody like that. The way it was represented in the games, it's not going to be look good. So. But safe to say, I think Caitlin Dever and Bella Ramsey are pretty close to the game Ellie and Abby. I would say so. And one thing to remember is the Last of Us series is not close to the game. They changed many things, many stories, many points, and revealed some stuff, I suppose, in season one itself that was not mentioned in part one of the game. As far I platinumed it, so I didn't see any of that info. I didn't play the DLC alone. Maybe it was mentioned in DLC, so yeah, I don't know. But basically, yeah, I think it's a right cast for this, and the dude from the Beef is also going to play the Ellis guy. I didn't play the second part, so I don't know what his character name is. But yeah, I think the cast is pretty good, man. That's what I'll say, and we are in for a fun ride for sure.
I just hope her performance is good enough. At the
Yeah,
same time, I'm kind of afraid if he doesn't do a good performance. I don't want 2020 to be repeated again with the amount of hate people were throwing around the internet for the game. Now, if
Yeah.
they have an actual person who is playing the character, all the hate will be directed towards her. So I just
Yeah,
hope that it
I
doesn't
think I
happen.
think they made her aware of the situations around the character. Uh, I am not spoil some YouTuber man spoiled me the part two, but I try to keep forgetting it. But at topics like this, it comes into front of my mind. But yeah, I don't know how people will take it, but I'm very sure that they made her aware of this character for sure, and she might have said yes for that, and then the cast has been announced. But uh, I I think it's safe to say because the game was a shock. Nobody was prepared for that. But the game is here, and the series is kind of based on the game, and maybe it could be its own thing. Who knows? They might completely change it from the lessons they have learned, or just keep it, make it sure that it's the same kind of end result. But I don't think people will react as much because it's fans already know what's going to happen. So let's see.
So you're saying they'll start putting hate comments now itself.
Who
Uh,
knows, man? Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Unfortunately, I didn't watch the Xbox Developer Direct, but I do know that they featured four major featured games were Avowed, Ara History Untold, Indiana Jones, and Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. And I'm sure there are many people who are very excited for these games, but I'm mostly excited for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 because
Yeah.
I played Senua's Sacrifice Hellblade, and that was the first game I got 100% in ever
Oh, wow.
on
Okay.
Xbox. So yeah, it's a game that I loved quite a lot, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to the sequel. Let's see how it goes. And another rumor has stated that Xbox had considered bringing Sea of Thieves to PlayStation, but
Yeah.
they still cannot. But apparently, the outlet which has published this sort of rumor cannot currently confirm if it's still the plan or not.
I think so. I think it's safe to say the Sea of Thieves and then um, Hi-Fi Rush as well might be coming to
That's coming to
PlayStation.
Switch. I think Hi-Fi Rush is coming on.
To Switch for sure, yes, it has been rated, but I think it's safe to say that it might come to PS4 as well, right? So it's coming to PS4, it's playable on PS5. So yeah, I think this that's something huge, man. The first exclusive game for Xbox Series S was the Immortal was the what was the game? The lady travels between two worlds, right? Um,
A travel between two worlds. Which layer
it
travel
was
between?
not that big, but it came to PlayStation 5 as well. So I think we are seeing some trend. Basically, the studios are not willing to let go of this huge market that is PlayStation. And if a game is success, of course it's going to be success in PlayStation as well. There is so much money to be made. So maybe after 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, they were like, hey, I think it's time to bring this to PlayStation kind of thing. So uh, any third party exclusive might not truly be third party exclusive for Xbox in future because of the presence that PlayStation has, yeah, the money that it can bring. Unless Xbox is shelling out money, compensating them in the same way, I don't see any reason for developers not to come to PlayStation. Yeah.
Meanwhile, CHY is here. He says, "Hi guys, hey man, thank you for
Hey,
joining the
Yesvanth, man,
podcast."
thank you for joining. Yep.
And Angry Wolf says Xbox Direct is on the 18th. Okay, great. So it's a
Yep.
developer direct might be a different thing. Who knows? And I look
Yep.
forward to it on the 18th. We'll see. And he also says apparently the game is medium. Does that ring any bells, Yashwant?
Ah, yes, yes, medium. Exactly. Oh my God. Thank you, man. Yes. It was the first Xbox Series X exclusive game, and it was not a huge hit, but it was not any bad game in the way. It was okay. Yeah, you could play the game, and it was only exclusive. And after, I think it was recently, not recently, maybe a year ago or 1.5 year ago, it came to PlayStation as well. So third party Xbox exclusives might not be truly Xbox exclusives after a few years.
Possible. But then again, okay, wow. Surprising comment from CHY. He says, "Nice hoodie, Yashwant. Nice tea, Abdul. Fire wardrobe collection. Thank you. It's not the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time I'm wearing this."
This is from my VIT Vellore Institute of Technology. It
Oh,
was part of an event. This hoodie is from 2015. So I keep it close. It's my memories from the university. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I still have a hoodie from back in 2010, but yeah, I'm not wearing that. And if you haven't noticed, I've worn this T-shirt plenty of times. But I mean, I guess it's more visible now. Who knows? And
Yeah,
Angry Bull says, "Oh yeah, the wardrobe has a theme."
as a team.
I
Your
completely
wardrobe is brown, my wardrobe is brown, but most wardrobes are brown, man. Yeah.
yes. Some are black, some are white. We don't discriminate on color here. Yes. So moving
Oh my
on.
God. Here's a joke.
We, we forgot to put the drum beat on the soundboard.
Yeah, certified AJ moment. Oh my God. Yes, wait. Where is that? Open soundbar. I think I'll use. Yes, yes.
Play it. Let's
Can
hear
they
it.
hear this?
Just play it, please. Okay.
Uh, Let me, guys, I played a test. Let
Yes.
me know if you can hear that. I think
Yes.
this is a very cool one. I'm going to use this going forward whenever we have certain AJ moments.
Certified AJ moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. No sticker available on YouTube, unfortunately. So Yashwant is going to do it, but yeah, it's something that we stumbled upon actually quite long ago, but he's only finding it out now. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
good thing I reminded him. Anyways, moving on. Before I can move on, it seems that
Hungry
the
Wolf
game.
just confirms it. Yes, yes, yes.
So
They
does
can hear
CHY.
it.
CHY has also laughed.
Thank you, thank you. This is
Great.
good.
Yes, great. But I'm dish from now on. Anyways, moving on.
I'm sorry. This is too
It's
good to ignore, man.
yes, yes. Feel free to experiment. It's not an issue.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that can be used as a reaction for one of my jokes are very lame. You put that
yep,
for a
yep.
lame joke. You put bottom dish for a good one. Ah, you have fun. Anyways, moving on. Immortality is coming to PlayStation 5 on January 23rd. It is already available on Xbox Series X and S as well as PC. And then Pal World launches on January 19th on early access on Xbox One, Series X and S, and PC. It's also going to be Game Pass Day 1. So for those of you who don't know, Pal World is a mix of, how do you say, Pokemon using guns. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah,
Wow.
so yeah, if you thought your Pokemon were not dangerous enough as they are, now they have guns. So yeah,
Get them to America. I'm sorry for that.
unfortunately I can't put bottom dish for that. So yeah,
And I will do that.
okay, you can do it for your own jokes. That's also fine. No
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, I saw only the trailers of it and stuff, and I'm like, man, this looks like a huge rip-off of Pokemon. But then I saw they started using it, and so I'm like, okay, American influence has been here. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Anyways, moving on. Konami's eFootball has surpassed 700 million downloads. For those of you who
Mm.
don't know, it's they long ago there used to be a game called Pro Evolution Soccer. They
Yeah.
apparently the only we can't necessarily say rival, but the only alternative you had to FIFA back then. And then again, not it was not that popular, so Konami decided, you know what, never mind, I'll just make it free, give them microtransactions and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want to play the game, it's now called eFootball. It's free on PlayStation and Xbox to download and play. That is why it has crossed 700 million downloads. Kudos to them for that. I'm pretty sure if
Yeah.
they were still selling the disc, they wouldn't have made that much sales. But yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
And anyway, CHY32 says January 19th will be a big day. Two big launches. Oh yeah, Pal World and what else is the other one? Is it The Last of Us Part 2? I think so. Maybe. I don't know. Please feel
It's
free to.
21st, right? Yeah. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen on 19th. But okay, anyways, moving on. Hungry Rule says you guys should really try Immortality. The game is more like a movie with you investigating what happened by finding clues and themes in videos. I'm not,
Okay.
I'm not much of
Nice.
a detective man, but thank you for the heads up. Uh, I'll skip it, to be honest.
Is it when you say coming to PS5 on January 23rd, is it going to be part of the extra?
No, if it's coming to PS, obviously they're going to sell it. They want money.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, moving on. Momotaro Dentetsu World. Momotaro Dentetsu World. Sold 1 million copies in Japan. Well, considering that it's only pronounceable over there, I guess it makes sense it sold 1 million in Japan. And then moving on. Final Fantasy 14 has surpassed 13 million registered accounts. GG. Okay, considering that I think you can get the base game for free on PS on Xbox. The expansions are, you need to pay for the expansions. And before I move on, Hungry Wolf says also you can cook and eat your pals in Pal World. Oh my god. Okay, this is turning into a real Wild West situation. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay, so
then fun thing. So that it says H1 seized, so something big will happen. Oh my God, no man, I'm just under the weather, so
yes,
that-
we are
I've
all.
been like this for 2 days, but yeah.
Well, technically
Let's hope good.
speaking,
If anything big is going to happen, let's hope it's a good one. Yeah.
we are all under the weather actually, because any weather
Yeah.
always affects us. Yes.
Yep.
Anyways, moving on. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 beta on Xbox is scheduled for sometime around February 21st. So yeah, long ago, as in just a few months ago, both Square Enix and Xbox came and said that they were going to start collaborating, and future Final Fantasy titles will be available on Xbox. And the first of them will be Fantasy 14. And yeah, here's our first news of it regarding that. The beta on Xbox will be scheduled to launch around February 21st. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see how the reception is. And other news, Second Dinner has raised 100 million in Series B funding to continue supporting Marvel Snap. I don't know what is Second Dinner.
That's a
And
studio.
okay, Second Dinner.
Yeah.
Isn't the Second Dinner supposed to be breakfast? I mean,
No, second breakfast. Yeah, yeah, the Lord of the Rings. If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, second breakfast is very famous meme.
second breakfast. This is second dinner. Oh, okay, no issues.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. If I recall correctly, I think the devs behind Marvel Snap sort of snapped because they stopped making stuff, I guess. So I think they got funding to okay.
That
They
was so
fund.
late.
Uh,
I need to find the button, so I'll keep it open from now on so that it's right in front of me and ready to use that. But yeah, your puns and my timing, we need to match it.
yes, we have a lot of time for that. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So um, according to my recollection, it might be fuzzy, but yeah, it seems the devs were not supporting it anymore or something. But it seems, yeah, they've got the money to keep supporting it. So GG, I guess. CHI says Abdul flex of Final Fantasy's rebirth pre-order incoming. No, I do not want to flex that because I know I've deposited an amount of money permanently till my order comes back. So that's money I'm not going to get back. So I'm not going to flex it. Nothing to flex actually. But yeah, Pepper Onion Soup says would love to hear the inside scoop on how Sony lost an exclusive. Was it MS money or the of the new CEO is not that keen? Mm, Sony didn't necessarily lose an exclusive. I mean, most of Square Enix games are timed exclusives. I don't know what happened regarding Final Fantasy VII Remake, but they decided not to release it on Xbox even after the timed exclusive period got over.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, that's why who knows, Phil Spencer must have been in talks with the CEO of Square Enix and something, and they might have come to a conclusion. So, yeah, anyways, like Phil Spencer says, when we all play, we all win. Clearly, he hasn't played Dark Souls. But yeah, anyways,
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight is getting an Alan Wake 2 collab at the end of this month.
Yeah.
So, yeah, goes to show that GOTY material is also making its way into Dead by Daylight. So, yeah, now you can run around as Alan Wake and actually face the horrors of Dead by Daylight. And Pepper and Insus Pepperoni Soup says Final Fantasy 14 anime. Exclusive for like 10 years. Hmm. Like I said, man, money can do anything. And
Yep, yep.
apparently, Xbox and its parent company, Microsoft, has plenty of it. Right, moving
Deep
on.
pockets.
The pockets. Yeah, but it suddenly became very shallow after what happened last year. But don't worry, I'm sure they'll somehow get it back. I will see. Anyways, Cult of the Lamb, Sins of the Flesh update is launching on January 16th. So, yay to
Yep.
those of you who have Cult of the Lamb. Still haven't played it though. Anyways, moving on. Disney has registered some new Indiana Jones domains, including Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which should be a name for the Machine Games indie title. So,
I
apparently,
think
some.
it's safe to say, right, if they registered something so specific, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, I think it's safe to say it could be the name of the game, which they might have announced it without intention. But yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be an indie game apparently. Well, not apparently. It seems that Machine Games already has an indie game title with that name, so could possibly be
Oh,
that.
okay.
So yeah. Anyways, C choices. I think they are exploring more earnings in the market. I mean, yeah, why wouldn't they want more earnings in the market? Because Sony can only pay them so much to not let them on Xbox. And Hungry Wolf says, "Yay!" was for the Cult of the Lamb. GG, man. If you're
Yep.
still playing Cult of the Lamb, then I guess that's great for you. I still have yet to play it. It's too. I don't know what's the word for it, but it's not down my alley. But yeah. Anyways, to support the victims of the January 1st earthquake. This is the first time I'm hearing about this so-called earthquake. Apparently, it happened in Japan,
Yep.
and so the Pokemon company will donate 50 million yen to the Japanese Red Cross, and Sony will donate 40 million yen to emergency aid to support relief efforts for the communities affected. That's great to
It
know.
was pretty big actually. A lot of people lost their lives. But there was a warning of tsunami as well, to be safe. So they evacuated everybody from the coastal areas. Thankfully, I don't think nothing happened. No tsunami happened. It was the earthquake alone. And yeah, Japan is a very modern country. They'll get back soon. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, I wanted to make a joke on that, but I don't want to. That'll be just wrong. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, it's good to know that the amount of money we're spending for games and stuff like that is actually going to a good cause. So GG, I guess.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, our prayers to all the affected families and people of Japan. And moving on, Pepperoni Soup says, "I'm not a fan of exclusives, but the corpo battles are interesting for case study." I mean,
For sure. For
for
sure.
sure. I
Yeah.
mean, it's always a interesting thing to see. What is not interesting to see is the fanboys fighting it out on X. That's just
Yep.
horrible. I just hate it. I mean, eh, we can't do anything about it. Anyways, CHO says console sales will reach higher ceiling near GTA 6 launch. So you can see these marketing strategies. And it says certified
That's
AJ
for
moment.
sure. I think it makes sense. The GTS 6 is announced only for consoles initially, right? So I
Mhm.
think the reason is pretty simple. They want these consoles to be sold, and yeah, I think I will give it an year at the max, and then we'll see it on PC as well. But um, GTA 6 is going to be huge for consoles. Yeah,
Yes, I mean, I think the most primary reason that they won't release immediately on PC is because people will obviously try to pirate it, crack it, add mods to it,
exactly.
cheat
Yeah,
in online, make it a uh, very horrible experience for people trying it out. So yeah.
yeah.
By the way, CHI says certified AJ moment. I don't know which moment was that, but yeah, seems to have slipped us. Anyways, moving on. Twitch is experimenting with 4K and multi-encode live streaming. Huh.
Yep.
My laptop cannot even do 1080p. I don't know how that is going to go. But yeah, Nvidia, Twitch, and OBS are teaming up on the new enhanced broadcasting feature that will be available in beta later this month. So yeah, for those of you who have those very powerful Elgato capture cards and stuff like that, Now you'll be able to do 4K, I guess. Yay! But yeah, hmm. I wonder if it'll be available on consoles though. Eh, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. And CHY says the moment GTA launches on PC, they will lose money, all lags, etc. I mean, I won't say they'll lose money because they'll already be making billions by the time they get the game out to PC. So I
Yeah.
don't think they'll be worried that much. And besides this piracy thing, I mean, people actually pay money to buy games in the West also, even if it is digital. So yeah, there are places where people actually pay money to buy games. So piracy will be there, but we can't stop it, can we? Anyways, moving on. Wizards of the Coast and Apex Legends are under fire for using AI art. Okay, wow. So it looks like AI has progressed
Yep.
that much that even developers are using art made from AI. And the last time that AI was used by some sort of developer was for writing an apology note for the horrible game they
Yeah.
did last year.
Yep.
Shout out to Golem.
Yep.
Yes. Anyways, moving on. This is kind of weird news, but not surprising to say. But Activision Blizzard has been accused of discriminating against old white guys. So,
This is so wrong. I mean, Activision Blizzard is so wrong in many cases, but accused of discriminating old white guys. What the hell is even old white guys, man? 57-year-old man was laid off last summer, said ABK placed profits over people by terminating the older, higher paid executives. That's not old white guys, dude. That's just old dudes. Don't
well,
put color into this. Oh my God.
maybe majority of the people working there are white. Who knows? But then
He's
again,
57-year-old man. What does he want to do at 57 years old? Still want to keep developing games?
no, he just wants
If he's
he wants the what do you say his how do you say that his lower what do you call the people who are in the position lower than you? I don't know, subordinates, I guess. I don't know.
yeah.
I think he'll just make the subordinates work and he'll just get the money from all of that, I guess. Pension.
Interns, you mean?
Yes, the revenue and all that stuff. Pension. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, old white guys. It's not like Activision Blizzard is free from any other sort of cases and issues and whatnot. It's just not a healthy
Yeah.
environment, anyways. Anyways, moving on. The Pokemon TV service is shutting down on March 28th, 2024. The app has already been delisted. I only knew about its existence after I made this draft for the news. So
Yeah,
I
exactly. I didn't even know that there was some Pokemon TV service going on,
exactly.
and apparently nobody might miss it.
Hmm. Who knows? It might be a thing in Japan or somewhere else. But yeah, I never knew this thing even existed, man. But anyways, Hungry says it was not a developer, right? He was an executive, so very highly paid. Yes.
Ah, right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what he gets paid for just telling people to do work. So
To do work.
why wouldn't a guy want to leave a say, a position like that?
Easy income, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
he
get
wouldn't
it.
want to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So and Pepperoni and Soup says corporates always overcorrect. Hmm. I mean, what can you do? They're not our friends. We're just buying their products. We're helpless. That's all we can say. Anyways, ByteDance, the makers of TikTok, they had killed off their gaming branch back in December, and currently they are talks with Tencent and other studios and publishers whatnot to sell off their gaming assets. I mean, you had TikTok that is successful enough. Why do you want to always try gaming? What is it with people trying to join the gaming industry?
Microtransactions, I suppose.
I mean, can't you see how horrible game devs are being treated and how many uh, 9,000 jobs were last month. I mean, for the entire year last year. So
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone wants to jump into gaming, except for gamers, of course. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, CH32 says Geo Cinema has free Pokemon shows. I don't know if they're recent or old shows. I don't know, man. Maybe old shows because I'm pretty sure that Geo Cinema is not going to
I
pay for
saw, I
Pokemon.
saw. Yeah, I did see as well. I think they are old ones. Yep. The Geo Cinemas has old ones. You're
I don't
correct.
I don't think they're going to be paying money for new episodes of Pokemon of all things. They have other things to attract audiences with. Because
I
anyways,
think this came after when we saw Powerpuff Girls and few, what do you say, the good old Cartoon Network shows came into Netflix, and I think Geo was like, "Hey, we need to bring something similar, some childhood back." And they were
nostalgic,
like, "Yeah,
yes,
what else we need to do? Pokemon, yeah, let's get Pokemon into our platform." I think
yes.
it's all, yeah,
But then again, I don't think it'll be that much of a big increase in viewers and stuff like that. Only for those who are nostalgic, maybe some kids who don't know about the original. Hmm. But yeah, I don't think that they'll put lots of money into it. So we'll see how it goes. And anyway, SEA Choices is downsizing domino kicked off in 2023 and it's still ongoing this year as it seems. I mean, yeah, man, every time I have to read this layoff section of this podcast, I get very, very frustrated about it.
yeah.
But yeah, can't do anything about it. Pepper and Insoup says thousands of jobs are also lost in IT, his domain, but only gaming job cuts get more press. I mean,
Yeah,
why?
I'm also from IT, dude. I agree with you on all levels. I think it's because IT, in the sense we are not directly influencing the customers, unlike the game developers, I suppose. They are directly in contacts with all these people. Gaming audience are fans kind of thing. You don't see fans for Microsoft Excel, I suppose. They are not going to catch a pitchfork and defend you for going out of your job, but it might happen for the Witcher 3 developer, I think. So, all these Rockstar developers, and if they say, "Hey, I've been laid off," and fans will be like, "Hey, I'm so sorry." That's not absolutely. I agree with you that everything should get the attention of what's happening in IT as well. As I said, they have fans. The what products we develop, they don't even know most of the products. So I don't think nobody cares.
I think is that IT related news does show up in newspapers and social media, but it's all regional. These are all
Yeah.
global, so maybe that could be the reason. But yeah, and CHY32 says I miss old characters, more like anime these days. I mean, anime is the only thing running these days. I mean, I had an opportunity to. I wouldn't necessarily call it an opportunity. I would have said just some unfortunate circumstance to watch some recent cartoon because my nephew was watching it, and I must say, man, the quality has dropped like hell.
Dropped. I agree.
I
Yeah.
I feel bad for this generation. I really do.
I won't be surprised to know in 10 years down the line and we find out that these period of time were generative AI. So like, yeah, I won't be surprised, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, just some things that I compare every now and then. Yeah, imagine iconic Popeye. He wants to become
Oh,
strong.
yes,
He
yes.
just eats a can of spinach, which we don't like to eat because obviously we hate vegetables. But it's something to show kids, right? Like you eat healthy stuff, you get stronger. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
That message is there. On the other hand, right now we have Chota Bean eating laddus to get stronger. Di-
Sweets, which is not good. Yeah,
diabetes in the horizon. Yes.
yeah.
But yeah, we can't do anything yet. Anyways, Hungry Wolf has come up with an interesting fact for us. There's a Microsoft Excel World Championship. What are they going to do in that, man? See how much spreadsheets they can make the
Oh my
fastest.
God. I know somebody was going to bring this up because I was aware of this and I shouldn't have picked Excel. Excel is a very used one, but yeah, I agree with you. Just saying, man, if you just go out and say that, hey, I work for so and so software, that people nobody knows, and people you can't expect them to show what is a sympathy and like retweeting so that you get more visibility, maybe find a new job. That doesn't happen because they don't know your product, I suppose. So, uh, but yeah, I don't know. I thought somebody might bring this out, but yeah. Thank you, Hungry Wolf. Yeah.
Alright, then now we come to the segment I hate the most in the podcast, and that is the layoffs. I seriously hope that this thing just stops as soon as possible. But before I move on to that, CHY has a comment. Don't want to be too controversial, but in the early days, childhood was free of these woke mentality. Many
Yeah.
legendary cartoons either got banned or stopped making episodes. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mm, people just move on.
Nobody is daring these days, man. If nothing is considered an art, nothing is considered. Nobody is viewing entertainment as entertainment. Everything is a controversy these days. No, but just have to understand that this is a movie, this is a TV show, this is a what you say, consume date for consuming as an entertainment. Don't take it personally, man. Uh, and It's sad to say that Netflix and Prime are subject to censoring in India, taking away, and people are Netflix and these studios who are developing content for India in India. They are even scared to make anything political because they might be taken down. They might be afraid of retaliation. So yeah, these days I agree, man. There is Everybody is just afraid. They just want to take the safest route, make money, and be done with it. I suppose. I agree.
Yes. I want to, and Pepper and Soup says anime still has some of the old school feel left. Let us fan subs and not the official ones.
Yeah.
Just as fan subs and not the official ones. Yes, okay. I still don't get it, but okay. Anyways, my controversial take is that back in those days, sarcasm, making fun of other people, and there's people decided to take humor as it was humor. Not everyone was very like, oh my god, what will they say? What will they say? No, we just put humor. There were so many cartoons with adult jokes put into it, and sad to say, after watching those cartoons, now only I seem to get those jokes. Uh, yeah, I'm starting to grow old. But yeah, in one way you can think it's sort of awkward, but at the same time you can see that people those days were creative enough to be like, okay, you if the kids are watching this, even the adults might be watching this,
Yeah.
so they'll post appropriately towards that. So I mean, it's good to finally know
It's
like
creative. It's creativity.
there's its creativity. And but yeah, so the one statement I want to make is that back in those days, the animators decided to wake up and choose violence, but now, right now, this generation just woke up and chose to be offended. That's my saying. But yeah, anyways, see,
Do you think Friends would be such a hit if it came out in this generation? No, man.
no,
Everybody will be like, "That's what do you say, a feminist joke. That's against lesbians. That's all." Those all the things would be. Just take it as a joke, man. It's a comedy show. But I don't think if Friends came released in this generation, I don't think it would have been success.
in this generation, everything has to have everything included. They should have different racial people, not racial people, different races, people of different races, culture, genders, blah blah blah, whatever. They just don't have to include all of it. We can't do anything about it. Anyways, CHY, no, sorry, Pepperoni Soup says, just use fan subs. I make a lot of typos. Don't worry, man. If this was Discord, I would have been correcting you immediately. That's just what I do. And CHI says, agreed. Now everyone is scrutinized from a very matured point of view. We are forgetting how children are different. As a result, kids are getting matured way earlier than ever. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
kids these days, whenever I start a sentence like that, kids these days, I feel like some old uncle. What? It's the reality. It's the reality. But yeah,
Yeah,
kids these days are growing up where, it's become kind of normal for having both working class parents or both parents having jobs, and sometimes their solution to stop their kids from crying is just, here's a phone, go watch YouTube, go something, go do, and just shut them off. And kids and all are getting phones, smartphones, tablets, and stuff like that by the age of 5, 6, 7 years old, and exposed to the internet very soon. So yeah, I mean, it's inevitable.
yeah.
Only, yeah. But anyways, Pepper Onion Soup says fat phobia of Monica. Yeah, we can't do
From
that now.
Friends. Yeah, we
Done with
can't
that
do
now.
that. Yep.
And CHY says Disney's number one in my fraud watch. Yes, I guess they are also woke now. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, putting that aside, and this is the last topic, so I'll just cover it off quickly. Oh my god. Unity is laying off another 1,000 people, which is already 25% of its workforce. Oh my god. Pretty soon,
1,800, man. That's a lot.
oh sorry, I can't see properly. It's 8. Damn this font. Okay, 1,800. Oh my god. Who knows if this goes the same way it's going, then maybe in another 4 months, we'll see that Unity is laying off Unity itself. Who knows?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I would blame that guy, the CEO who stepped down. CEO now, he's not a CEO. He got his cut, I suppose. But that dude ruined Unity, man. All these subscription plans, all the repaying for every installation, that brought in bad name for Unity, man. I'm very sorry for all the developers who are actually putting in the effort and doing the good stuff over there. But man, choose your executives carefully, I would say.
Well, we can't vote on our executives now,
We
can
can't
we?
vote on it. They don't. I think the board has to decide. But yes, the board needs to be very smart in that.
But then again, the board is also full of old white people. So,
Old white people. Yep.
okay, sorry about that joke. Anyways, don't ban us, YouTube. Don't cancel us. But anyways,
So late. I will time it. I will going forward. I will time it.
practice makes perfect. No issues.
Yep.
CH32 says, I saw a 2-year-old child on a bus who won't stop crying until someone plays reels on a mobile.
Oh my
Uh,
God, that
yeah.
is insane, dude. Oh shit, that's bad. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was saying. Everyone wants to see, like, it's everything is now easily available. It's just, I still remember back in my day. Oh my God, saying back in my day makes me feel like a grandfather. But yes, back in my day, I still remember the good old days of when, I don't know, maybe I was 10, 11, 12 years old, and we had internet in our house, and well, not here in India, back in Dubai, because here in India, getting internet was like a big luxury. Having a
Yeah.
computer itself was a big luxury,
Yeah.
but yeah, having internet there, I still remember used to have those old dial-up modems, which you switch on, it wakes up the entire neighborhood, and then it connects, and then you finally use it, and you decide to play on it, but then someone rings your landline, and your parents pick it up, and immediately your network is disconnected.
Network disconnected. Yeah. Yeah.
And then after they're done with your phone, you have to again wake up the entire neighborhood, and yeah. But now what you have to do, you have to just swipe down, tap on Wi-Fi, boom, you're connected.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Uh, I agree with CH with that. Imagine that kid's attention span.
yes, 60 seconds
Oh my
maximum.
God.
60
60
seconds.
seconds is still too much, man. I think 30 seconds is what
Yes,
people. It's
30.
so bad these days. I'm really concerned for the attention span, man, for this coming generation. Oh my God. They cannot sit down and watch podcast. I'm sure it's going to be pretty tough for them. It's going to be a pretty big sell for them going forward. Like, hey, this is some good stuff. But yeah, that is a good concern and very concern, I would say.
You know what? Maybe we both of us should make shorts. We should cover one topic every 60 seconds and upload shorts. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's yes. See, Pepper and Insult says, I feel it's corporate espionage from Riot Games. Ah, that could also be a fact. Pepper and Insult, they bribed him to tank Unity. It's my conspiracy theory. Ooh, conspiracy theorist over here. Yeah, you can always. And then CHI32 is also bringing up another nostalgic thing. It's like if you remember, there used to be Club Penguin on internet. And that was me being online for like 2 3 years. I mean, yeah, Club Penguin, man. That was the OG MMO, I guess. But yeah,
Okay, I don't even know what that is. I'm sorry.
oh my god. Yashanth is not old enough for that. Maybe.
Oh God.
But anyways, Rage Gamer is here. Hey man, what's up? Long time no see. Thank
Oh
you for
my
joining
God,
us.
long time, man. Ledge Gamer, thank you for joining. Yeah.
Anyways, moving on with the layoffs, Google got hit with another round of layoffs. Hundreds
Yeah.
of employees are affected. And Amazon is to cut 500 jobs at Twitch. That is about 35,000. See, sorry. That is about
35%.
35% of the staff.
No, it was assumed at 35%, but wait, go ahead. I think that's correct. Yeah, yeah. It's 35%. Yeah.
And this is a sad news for me because Discord has laid off 170 people. That's around 17% of its workforce. Man, if
Yeah.
Discord lets go of these people, what will happen to our server? I know that's selfish of me, but yeah, I'm just saying. Anyways, and of course, what would a layoff news be without mentioning Embracer?
Embracer. Oh my God, the infamous Embracer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so The Embracer Gearbox owned studio called Lost Boys Interactive, the makers of Tiny Tina's Wonderland, got hit with layoffs. The former
Yeah.
employee says that they were cut a sizable portion. They did not tell them how much though. And as Gearbox acquired them in 2022 and nearly doubled the headcount to 400 before the layoffs. They increased the number of people and then they took them out. I don't see.
Yeah. I think this basically when the product for the requirement of product they mass hire, and when the product is done they don't need that many people because it's almost maintenance and then updates, small updates, and the people half of the power the resources should be enough to cover that. So think that should not be the case. In that case, hire them as consultants, man. It's always in the contract that hey, you are here for specific purpose. If you are done, we are going to let you go. So if you are, that should be in the contract, I suppose. But yeah, that's very wrong, man. Doubling the size of the team and then laying them off pretty soon. How was it? 2022. Yeah, in less than in a year, they were let go. That's so wrong, man. Embracer is the worst use case for acquisitions and these purchases, man. It's one single bad name that you keep hearing. Embracer Group, and I'm so sorry for the developers, but if your studio is getting picked up by Embracer, your first hint is to try looking for job elsewhere.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
And what's even more sad is the fact that Embracer still has more than 120 studios underneath its belt. So
exactly. Yeah.
I don't know, man. But okay. Anyways, Rage Gamer says I have played Club Penguin my entire childhood. That must have
Oh
been
my
fun
God.
times. And
What
yeah,
is Club Penguin? Club Penguin. Okay, I need to check that game, man. It
it's
seems
not.
to be kind of a nostalgia game, so I'm
Yes,
very sorry. I never heard about that game,
yes,
Club
yes. I
Penguin.
mean, it was one of the, how do you say? It was like a revolution. It was one of the biggest
Ah,
MMOs of its time. Very simplistic.
oh, wow.
You all just played penguins. What you do is come online, log into your character, customize your penguin, talk with other
Ah.
random people on the internet, which our parents told us not to do. But yeah, that was just fun. It has lots of side activities to do, so it was very popular. But then it got shut down, and then everyone was sad, and then everyone moved on. It's all past of
Mm.
nostalgia.
When you
Ah,
bring up Penguin and the nostalgia, right? The thing that I remember was from Pigu or Pingu from Pogo channel, right?
ah,
The claymation animation, I suppose. I think,
yes,
yeah,
really.
that 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 was pretty good. Yeah.
Mm. I thought you were going to say Happy Feet, but then again, never mind.
Oh,
Uh,
no. That was not a good movie.
oh man, I'm offended. How can you say that's not a good movie? But okay,
I mean, the sequels of that. The first one was okay. Yes, it's
uh,
good. The sequels
sequels
was
was,
pretty bad. Yeah.
I know. I mean, the first part was so good that
Yeah.
the theme for the school annual day for me back in seventh grade was the movie itself. So the
Oh,
entire
okay.
performance, we had every single class from every single grade come and do a dance or do a performance of like every single scene of the movie. So it was fun. It's great,
Ah,
and
good. Fun.
good thing they did not make me wear a beak and penguin this thing and all. But okay, it was good. But yeah, and Red Game Raj, you were streaming the past weeks or not? We were streaming every week except for the last week of December. Yeah, that was a holiday
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, we
Uh,
took a break.
I streamed last week. I streamed 2 weeks before that. In fact, we had Bilal on the stream with us.
Yeah, I think, yeah, man, Bilal, I don't know if you joined. I don't think so because we would have remembered. Yeah, Bilal was there. Go check that video out. It was pretty fun. Yeah.
Yep, indeed. But not fun enough for him to join us again, unfortunately. Maybe next December. Let's see.
Once in a blue moon.
Yes,
Yeah.
or once every rotation around the sun, I guess. Uh, but yeah, anyways, CJ32 says my dad saw me playing Halo and said, "Why are you hitting people for no reason?" And gaming was suspended. I guess my generation of parents gonna understand these things in a better way. I mean, yeah, every generation is different, so yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't
Who
want.
knows, man? Even we are going to be, our gaming experience might be relevant because of the metaverse, I suppose. It's like in our days, we used to sit in front of a TV. Now
Uh,
you guys are going into the world kind
sure.
of experience, I suppose. I don't know. Metaverse is, the director who made a Ready Player One. Who is it? James Cameron or Scott, Ridley Scott. I don't remember his name, but one of those two guys. And um, he did say that we are very close to this kind of experience, and immediately 3 years or 4 years after that we have metaverse, and it's in infancy. It's very bad right now for sure, but with the technology, with the transistors getting smaller and smaller, and the heat capacity being bigger and bigger, so I think it's safe to say, with the technology as it's progressing, I don't think Ready Player One is going to be a fiction for long. I think something in those lines, maybe 50 years for sure, but that's going to be pretty convincing and pretty real. I don't know. I just hope I'm alive to experience such thing, and to say to my kids, I was like, hey man, this we predicted this 50, 40 years ago, and here you guys entering that world, and to have Gundam suit and then moving around in that. Oh my God, that brings back memories, man. I would say that is going to make money for sure.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, CHY32 says below dash to OP, and Bilal is here to say yes, I am.
I know.
Talk
He
about
is, man.
timing.
He is. Yeah.
CHY says GTA in Metaverse, damn, that will be too much to handle. Of course, last thing
Yeah.
we need is people doing criminal acts in their houses themselves. So, yeah, let's not give them that idea. But, anyways,
I think if I'm not wrong, right, there is a studio or a company that actually is making gamers feel the impact in the game, right?
that's a
I
very good
saw
question.
that. Yeah, maybe in some time I'll figure it out, and then maybe it will talk about it next podcast. But yeah, I don't know why, but Ready Player One got stuck with me. The concept was pretty good. The story was okay. Find few keys, and then what can you expect? I suppose it's a game. So go there, fetch that, fetch this. But yeah, but the world building, the potential scope of that really interested me. So if that's going to happen, I think that GTA, nothing will come close to that, I suppose.
Yeah. The main reason I like that movie is because as a Godzilla fan, Mecha Godzilla was in the movie.
Mecha Godzilla was in that. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I was
Have
like,
you watched Godzilla minus one?
I'm still waiting for it to be available digitally here in India, man. I've been
No,
wait.
I don't think so because it's still running in 1,000 theaters in US and Canada.
Yes, I
So
know.
last time I checked, I was actively checking if it's going to be coming to India, but unfortunately, I don't think so. I've checked Twitter, I've checked Instagram, I've checked all the news. Nobody's talking about Godzilla minus one in India. I thought to tweet PVR, Inox, Cinepolis. I was like, guys, please bring out Godzilla minus one to India. But oh man, I heard so many good things about this movie. I don't think it will be here for another 50 days in streaming or OTT because it's going very good in US and Canada.
Forget about streaming and OTT. Let it come to cinemas first. I mean, that
Yeah,
movie is worth
yeah.
it. And because after almost 70 years, the original Godzilla theme is back, where Godzilla is no longer saving the world, it's here to destroy us.
It's that's what it's supposed to be, right? Yeah. The
Yes,
horror of it, the aftermath of its destruction. Everybody's praising how good the movie is. And I'm a movie lover first. This is like showing what do you say, holding a carrot in front of a house and not able to bite it. Come
uh,
on, guys, please bring Godzilla minus one to India.
exactly. I mean, after 2016 Shin Godzilla, I guess this is the only time we're
Exactly,
going to see Godzilla once again on the destructive side. And they
exactly,
managed to do it so well. I mean, I've still heard praises. They had a very low budget, but they still did it way better than these
exactly. Yeah.
$100 million budget Godzilla films in the US. Speaking of which, another film from legendary Godzilla is coming, Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire. I'm excited for that
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
going to be a, what do you say, American versionized of it. Um, Godzilla running in its two legs and then shaking its head. What the hell is that, man? That's Godzilla. That's not a toy. But whatever, man. Yeah.
The thing that I only thought about that is that if you see the recurring theme in every movie, it's like he's always hibernating. Then when the movie happens, he wakes up, causes destruction, and every time he comes, he's stronger than before. He's more agile than before, and I just keep wondering to myself, wouldn't it be lovely if we could just all just sleep continuously and wake up all buffed up and everything? We wouldn't have to go to the gym or anything. I mean, if you see
Yeah.
in Godzilla, King of the Monsters, he became even more. What do you say? They lost a lot of fat for him. He changed his dorsal plate design, and then Godzilla vs Kong, he became faster in his fight
Yeah.
against Kong, and now he's come
He's
basically
running along with Kong beside, so.
while Kong is wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. Yes.
All right. I think we have a comment. In From CSY32, will be legends in that. I don't know what I'm missing. Okay, I think I'll go with CSY32. In my opinion, games like GTA will face lawsuits more in future from conservative minds and also boating. It'll be tough for open world games to survive or portraying things close to reality. Yes, but Rockstar has very, very good lawyers. So I don't think Rockstar is safe, man. They are pretty huge. It's just a game. They are going to argue to heaven and hell, so they're safe. They have nothing to worry about. And then Biluda says, yeah, at least country-wise, there is already some games banned for certain countries. Yes, yes.
Angry
I'm
Wolf.
very sad about that.
Angry Wolf
Yeah.
has sort of summarized a sort of connection here.
Yeah, yeah. Hungry Wolf says person one, I am a movie lover. And then he also says person two, name every single movie. Oh my God, that is so. Dude, I have 870 movies, TV shows, anime in my IMDb watch list.
Wow.
I don't know when I will go through them. I
Face it.
have I have PlayStation 1 catalog, I suppose if I get deluxe, PlayStation 2, 3, PS4 catalog, and all the games, all the hours I can put into the existing catalog itself, the watch list from my IMDb itself is going to cover my lifetime, I suppose. So yeah, I'm pretty much covered, and I love movies, man. I'm a huge. I don't know many people know about this, but when I was a sophomore in my university, I did make a YouTube channel for reviewing movies. It was just in English, so it didn't get the attention. And my friends were like, "Bro, I didn't understand English. Like, I'm sorry if you are talked in Telugu or Hindi or some local language, we might listen, but nobody most of my friends they don't speak much good English. I suppose my close friends are like, yeah, I stopped it after 2, 3 videos. I think I archived that channel. I don't even know the access of it, but yeah, I did had 2 to 3 movie reviews. I was that interested into movies, man.
Yeah, well, on that same friend note, a lot of my friends got to know I was doing this podcast thing. They're like, "Oh, send me the link to your YouTube channel. I'll watch and subscribe." I was like, "Okay." I did it, and apparently one day my friend decided to watch it while we were live. He dropped a high comment and he didn't respond after that. And then 2 weeks later, he came to my home and I was asking, "What happened, man? You were watching or what? You didn't respond." I said hi to you. He's like, sorry, bro. I just put a hi. I went to the bathroom and let it play just like that. Like, okay, fair enough. We got our watch time. I'm
We
glad
got
that
our hours. Yeah.
I can't say ours, but yeah, we got that. But anyways, my suggestion to you is just completely skip PS1 and PS2 and PS3. Just
Hmm.
bother with
They
PS5
are.
and PS4.
I think one reason could be is they are going to remake for sure.
Possible.
Every single IP, every single game they have, Sony is going to remake it. So that's safe to assume. So don't I don't. That's a good advice. Yeah, don't worry about all the previous games,
Except for
PS1, PS2,
THQ.
PS3.
Except for maybe
Hmm.
THQ games. No, because the company itself is gone. All the companies that are gone, we won't get remakes of those games, but maybe popular ones. Who knows?
Yeah.
If not, there are always other means to do so. But yeah. Anyways, that concludes all that I have as a news to talk about.
Yep.
And luckily, you were here this time, so I didn't have to talk to myself for a long time. And
I'm so sorry about that. Yeah,
I don't
many
need to
things.
apologize. I was talking with everyone else who was available in the chat. And CHI says, damn, so Yashwant was so close to be Indian Mr. Beast.
Nah, I created a Mr. Restock Twitter channel. That's the close I'll get to Mr. something in social media for sure. But yeah, man, it was I will even tell you this. I even purchased a domain, wrote some articles on some movies. Ah, man, to be that passionate about something at that age. I was really into movies. I was the go-to guy for any movie in the university for my years, man. That's how popular I was in my university. I had 4 TB hard disk. It won't stay with me at that time, so everybody used to copy movies off of me. But yeah, movies. Yeah.
Movies. Yeah, CHI32 says, same. I skipped pretty much all of the PlayStation classics. I
Mm.
mean, except for one or two games, I don't think you're missing out on much. But yeah. But the ones you're missing out, those companies are pretty much not there anymore or something. I don't know.
What do you think? What game is that?
For me, I'll personally say WWE SmackDown. Here comes the pain. That's something
Okay,
that's
okay.
that's like a, a game of the decade or game of the generation for many people, because back in the days when they used to have these PS2 cafes where you paid 10, 20 rupees per hour to play, if you go there,
Yes.
you will see at least 90% to 100% of all those TVs just blocked with everyone playing SmackDown. Here comes the pain. I mean, I still remember back when I used to come in. I used to come only for my holidays every summer vacation over here. I had a PS2, which obviously no one in the vicinity had or even heard about. But then one day, my brother borrowed some money from my aunt and took me outside, and I was like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "You'll see." And he took me to one shop, and all the glasses were all blacked out, and I'm like, "What is this suspicious place? There must sound." He opens the door, goes outside, and there's so much of loudness, and then every single way there's people swearing, and there are people who are smashing controllers, there are people who are mashing buttons, and for me, I didn't bother to see what they were playing. I was just in shock that people are abusing the controllers this much, because I know for a fact after owning a PS2 how hard it is to convince my father to buy a game or a controller for me. Okay,
Yeah.
and these guys are just smashing it. And while I was there in shock, one guy actually broke the controller, and he
Oh my God.
calls the shop owner. He's like, I'm sorry, the controller broke. What can I do? He's like, give me a minute. He takes that, brings him a brand new one. It's like, here, continue playing. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my God. Yeah, the dedication. Yep.
But funny thing is, my I think my cousin, I think my brother bought 20 rupees. It's 10 hours, 10 rupees per hour. So he went and started playing along with these SmackDown guys, and he was having fun. Meanwhile, I didn't know anything about that game. So what I did was I paid 10 rupees per hour to play San Andreas on PS2. And unfortunately, that 10 rupees went for complete waste because I could only play for 10 minutes.
10
Because
minutes.
I was the only guy playing another game, there was a queue standing behind me to occupy the TV, and they're like, bro, please, can you hurry up? Please, do not do that. I'm like, I paid 10 rupees for an hour, man. What do you want me to hurry up? I've barely been here 10 minutes. At first, it was just two people, three people, and like five, six people came and like, you know what, screw this, I'm leaving. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
can play. And immediately they all grabbed the controllers and they're like, hey, turn off this TV. We want to play SmackDown. I'm like, oh my god.
Mm. WWE.
Yeah.
Wait, we have a comment here. That it says year 2045, H1 Film Production presents The Last of Us Part 3. Oh my God. Oh man, that would be a dream come true, I suppose. Ah, well, I had few points in the story, but that would be pretty big one. Oh my God, movie critic for sure, but movie production, I don't think so, man. It's it's not for me. Yeah.
I'll say something else as well. He says, just remembered. Yashwan, just like you, Timothy Calamete, I don't know,
Chalamet, Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet. He used to upload modded Xbox controller videos on YouTube before becoming famous. If you know, you know.
Oh, okay. I see. I know. Oh my God, thank you for bringing that up. But I don't know, man. I don't have the charisma of Timothy Chalamet. That guy is crazy talented, man. He is everywhere these days. Timothy and then Pedro Pascal. So I'm just what do you say? Uh, one small IT employee who loves to do this weekly podcast with Abdul. And thank you for joining for you guys, man. This is really, really important.
And I just want to point out that he's not here though.
Who?
Timothy Chalamet, whatever his name is. He said he's
Ah, that
everywhere.
guy.
He said he's everywhere. He's not
Ah,
here in my room.
wait, wait. Ah,
Yes, I was expecting that. Yes, but yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Anyways, lame jokes aside, I think we'll wrap up our podcast because that I
Ah,
think
and then Hungry Wolf says Yeshwanth's logo will be cat with a bat. What is that? I don't. Yeshwanth's logo will be
it's
cat with a bat.
you, you remember the reaction emojis below all these
Ah, the boink, boink. Okay, okay, okay,
not
okay,
not
okay.
boink. It's a cat that's in a business suit holding a bat. It's what people use.
Ah,
It's in a server. It's what people use whenever they get fed up with someone or something and want to beat them up. They use that emoji. So yeah. So yeah, for my lame
sure,
jokes, that's
yeah. ICG, yeah. ICG Productions, ICG Original. Netflix, like what Netflix Original, ICG Original. Yeah.
that'll be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, with that, I think we'll wrap it up. Thank you all for watching. It's been great. Thank you to Hungry Wolf CHY. Thank you to Biluda for joining the middle. Thank you to Rage Gamer. And thank you to Pepper Onion Soup. Thank you to
Pepper onion
Aditya.
soup.
And
Yeah.
thank you to
Did we
Banerjee.
miss anyone?
I don't think so.
Aishwarya?
Yes, also thanks to Aishwarya for dropping by for a short moment.
Yep.
And so, yes, thanks a lot, guys. Kindly like, subscribe, keep watching more of our YouTube videos. And it's great to, finally be back with Yashwant and doing an episode again.
Yep.
We'll see you all next week. And before I go, CSY has a comment. He says, in deals, either you post greedy cat emoji or bad cat. That's not a greedy cat, that's Pepe. That's greedy Pepe. If you don't know
Yep.
Pepe the frog. But yeah, it's either this or that. But yeah, anyways. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good weekend. Have a good Sunday. Have a good week ahead. Good night. And we'll see you all in the next stream. Take care. This is Abdul and Yeshwan signing off.
Thank you, guys.